what is one uncomfortable truth about energy and cyber resilience that leaders in the critical infrastructure industry and energy production need to accept?
That is the premise of my book, which I call the three clocks problem, where leaders in the infrastructure space has to understand that how do they synchronize all the three clocks, and then there's a fine dance between the power clock, the permit clock, and the construction clock. If those are not aligned, then it'll just lead to like dead capital and like wastage of resources. So that's a brutal reality a lot of funds have not realized, and a lot of people have lost money on, where they have just built powered shells which are like massive buildings, and it's a it's just a shell because there's nothing can be done because the other two clocks are not aligned, whether it's the power clock or there's when I talk about the second clock, which is the permit clock, a lot depends on that. For example, if a data center or even if any kind of like an electric vehicle charging station is in a floodplain, that's game over. You'll never get the permitting if it's in a 100-year floodplain. It's there's a lot of issues that come with it. Again, if there's a chemical factory or some kind of soil testing that's there, again, it's like you are stuck. That process will be stuck on forever. You cannot have a data center near a airport, because if it's somewhere near a flight path, the more than the noise, the particulates from the air can actually affect the servers.
I know that. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So like there's a list of checklists which has to be adhered to for even selecting a data center site. If the shape is irregular, that can be a hazard. If the slope or the gradient is more than 5%, that can be an issue. If it is very close to a residential place, then that's an issue because the servers create some noise. So that would be a bothering for the residential areas if it's very close to that.